It's Chris, and I am getting a few of these videos recorded and edited and uploaded for you today. It's just a little harder to keep up when they're posting so regularly, the girls and kiddos out of school. We have a lot going on, but don't worry, there will be consistent content. So I don't want to waste too much time with these because sometimes my videos are longer. So I don't want to waste too much time with the intros, but I appreciate all the new viewers, all the returning viewers. If you like this content and you want to tune in for more, do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment. If you hear any noise in the background, kiddos across the room playing some video games while we're waiting to see if it rains. And of course, as always, Frodo is not far away. He's right here. So this is Amber's vlog titled "Not Able to Increase My Semaglutide Dose, Target Grocery Haul and Food Aversion." Her titles have been very clickbait right now, and it's crazy because her views are really tanking. People are getting fed up with her. And we knew this was coming. We called the shot that she was going to not increase the semaglutide dose. She did this last time where she put off increasing the dose because when you increase the dose, it works. And she doesn't want anything to take away her ability to eat. So no surprises there. Anyways, I'm going to put this full screen. She's slightly sped up for time. If I decide to skip through anything, I will make sure I link her video down below so you can go check her out.
Hello guys, good morning. So it is June 17th. Welcome to a new vlog. Today,
Okay, so we are still a good week behind.
my hair is half up, half down because it is just annoying me and I don't want it up and I don't want it fully down. So it's like, let's meet in the middle.
Her hair, by the way, guys, is getting very thin and more people are noticing that. It's not just from the hormones, from the hysterectomy. It does have an effect because she should be on what's it called, estrogen. And she just let some rando tell her she didn't need to be on it. Trust me, her doctor decided after her surgery that she needed estrogen for a specific reason, and she should have listened to her doctor. Her weight, her sheer size, and the inflammation in her body and her horrible diet is more of a risk to her getting cancer again than her taking estrogen. So yeah, and she never took it properly when she was prescribed it. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, her hair is just she's so unhealthy. She's gonna get like Foodie, where she's gonna get that male pattern baldness from the hormonal deficiencies. That'll be a fun arc. I can't wait to see how she handles that.
So today I'm going to be wearing my new Paris Hilton Platinum Rush.
This woman, do you hear this? Oh my God, Paris Hilton Platinum Rush, guys. She's so, I just can't get over her like obsession with celebrities. She really thinks name dropping all this stuff makes her hoity-toity and high and mighty. No, it's like makes you look like a stupid tween who's obsessed with celebrities. Paris Hilton is actually far more intelligent than she let on to be, but it's just a celebrity perfume, whatever. It's neither here nor there. I think the bottle's kind of tacky. It's not my thing, and I even like tacky stuff, but whatever. She thinks it makes her better than us because she has all this name brand stuff.
I actually have this lotion, random fact. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Okay, you guys, so we have a Target haul.
It's definitely probably Instacarted.
A grocery Target haul. So I literally only needed a couple things, but then this happened. I know I'm not the only one that happens to.
Yes, because you're a shopaholic and you're addicted to consuming. And if you notice, guys, she looks smaller here. And these are the type of curated shots I'm talking about with the lighting and the angles, and it's filmed slightly down, just ever so slightly, and the filters, because she really, in the unfiltered shots and the candid shots, she looks much bigger than this. Her face is properly actually round. She doesn't have like this slimming of her cheeks. She's definitely using slimming filters, and she's definitely not losing much weight.
Okay, first things first, I saw this and I was like, excuse me, ma'am. So these are protein chips, but they're literally made with chicken breasts, egg whites, and bone broth. There was several different flavors. I got the sea salt and vinegar, so we're definitely gonna be trying those.
Okay, first of all, you know what's good protein, Amber, is protein. Eat some actual chicken, eat some eggs, stuff like that. Those little protein snacks have their time and place, but it's just another way of her being able to eat her junk. They're really super processed, have a lot of added sodium, and it's just not the best way to get your protein. And did you hear too, she said, oh, I'm trying these. So why do you have, like, I know they're all little individual packs. Why didn't you get 1 or 2 individual packs? Why do you have literally a family-sized pack with like 20 little individual bags? Just get a couple. And that's one of the things that shows me she's really not making many changes, because she's buying stuff in bulk. Like, get a couple bags, get a couple little bags, munch on them occasionally. She shouldn't be snacking at all. But she will sit there and eat 5 or 6 or 7 bags in a pop because they're healthy. You know what I mean? It just shows she's really not changing. This is the bingeable stuff she doesn't need in her house.
So I'm currently going through a food aversion.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
I am. This happens to me. My worst one that I've ever gone through was like little seaweed snacks. I was obsessed.
I love seaweed snacks. I love those little seaweed crisps. My son likes them too. They're a good source of a lot of nutrients.
For a while. This was back in like 2018. And ever since then, like I can barely even look at a seaweed snack before I feel like I'm literally gonna puke. So
Well, Amber, I'm sure you are pretty much averted to have an aversion to anything that's actually healthy. So, yeah.
You're wondering, what am I having a food aversion to right now? These. It's like these salami sticks, and you get so many for a serving that it like...
Quit adding old clips to pad out your video. That's what you're doing. And guess what? She's not having an aversion to them. She's just eaten so many that they're literally seeping out of her pores probably. I can't imagine the smell. She's just eaten so many that she's made herself physically sick of them. And you can't make me believe otherwise.
Satisfies me, and I don't feel triggered while I eat them. Isn't that crazy? And let me tell you how it happened. So I was excited. I was about to open a new pack because I just went to Trader Joe's.
Yeah, because did you see she bought them instead of a couple little packs to have as an occasional treat? She bought them in enough bulk to feed the Doherty dozen.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have me a little snack. And oh my God,
You don't
I've
need
never
a snack.
experienced this before, but I opened it and there was just a bunch of like white dots on it. And I'm pretty sure it was just like the fat from the salami coming out and like dots. And I don't do dots. And
Amber, you don't have trypophobia or what it is. Just quit trying to be, the thing that's annoying about her is she tries to act like she's so quirky and has all these phobias and aversions and things, but she's too damn lazy to actually do a little research and look up how these type of phobias and aversions actually work. She was just wearing a freaking shirt with polka dots and stuff. She doesn't have a problem with dots. It most definitely was the fat from those little salamis, because she keeps them in the refrigerator. So the fat solidifies, and then there's little pockets of it in those things, like a little mini pepperoni. And that's what it was. And Amber, you cannot convince me that you are grossed out by fat, because that's 80% of the crap you eat. It's not even good fat. And guess what? If we found a freezer big enough to stick you in, that's exactly what will happen to your body. So yeah, I know it's a gross thought, but think of that white congealed gross fat seeping out of that's you, Amber.
it was just all over. And I was like, oh my God. So I had to throw them away because like literally.
What a waste. What a wasteful bitch. I'm sorry. Like, okay, the pack that you had open, throw it away. I don't believe she did. I believe she went, oh my God, gross, and ate her way right through it. But she could have given them to her mom. She could have taken them to a neighbor, which I'm sure she doesn't associate with her neighbors at all. I'm sure she doesn't. Give them to the frickin' DoorDash driver, or take them down to your reception area at your fancy schmancy luxury apartment, and say, hey, give these to some people that, obviously if you're in a luxury apartment, these people aren't hurting, but you could have found a place to donate them to and give them to, because you probably had 50 of them, for people who maybe aren't living such a good life like you are, Amber. She threw them away. It's not the best food, but there's people truly struggling, and she could have helped, but she's just, ugh.
It made me ill, even just looking at it.
No, it
so I was like, okay, I don't like wasting food, but we did what we
You do. You waste food all the time. You buy all these healthy foods for your hauls and then you let it rot as you DoorDash your way through the week.
did. Let's grab a new pack. Turns out they were all like that. So
yes, because you keep them in the fridge. You keep them in the refrigerator and that makes the fat solidify. Oh my God. I think the fat's solidifying in her brain too much.
now I am completely turned off by those things, like disgust.
Well, no problem there because meat's not bad for you. Animal fats and fat is not bad for you if it's a healthy fat. But you still need to be mindful about it. And you eat too much and you don't need to snack, Amber.
Really sucks. So, we got to find a different beef stick.
Oh God, yes. Instead of stopping snacking or finding a new healthier snack, we just got to find more highly super sodium processed, ultra refined, fatty frickin' meat sticks, guys. But I'm totally having to force myself to eat and I can barely look at food and I'm losing all this weight and I'm doing the damn thing. She's just so full of shit. I have no tolerance for her. Right
really
now.
like the what is the brand of it? I don't know. There's a brand of beef stick that I really enjoy, but like Target never has them. It is these Duke's. Original recipe is great, but the hot and spicy is my
I like jerky and stuff like that, guys. I don't like these little meat stick things. I just don't. I think they're gross. If you like them, more power to you, but Amber doesn't need this type of stuff. She should be eating like boiled eggs for a protein snack, or one of her protein shakes, or some chicken strips, or some shrimp, or steaks. Just anything is like a better protein choice. Not her stupid fucking protein cereal or protein chips. Like, eat real food.
personal fave. These are absolutely delicious. After you open the bag, put it in the fridge, and it's just like bon appetit. So I was like, okay, I'll just try this one. It's Old Trapper deli style beef sticks. I have no idea. So we're gonna try that. I also love me some beef jerky, so I got me my favorite kind, which is just peppered. So I am trying to lessen my carbs. I'm not doing like low carb or anything, but if I can get like so I was like, okay,
sorry guys, I didn't catch what she was saying. I was distracted.
delicious. After you open the bag, put it in the fridge, and it's just like bon appetit. So I was like, okay, I'll just try this one. It's Old Trapper deli style beef sticks. I have no idea.
I'm sure you'll like it, Amber. It's a salted processed product. It doesn't bite you back first.
So we're gonna try that. I also love me some beef jerky, so I got me my favorite kind, which is,
you can make some beef jerky. She has nothing but time. I make jerky. You can even buy steak and meat and chicken that's like already cut really thin. And I just pound it out even thinner. Chop off the fat. I just put something on to listen to, when I sit in my kitchen and I do it. I got to get my kitchen reorganized so I can do it again. And you pound it out real thin. And then if you want to marinate it a little, put it in a bag for a couple hours with a little bit of teriyaki sauce, maybe a little of liquid smoke or something like that. Some spices you like. Let it marinate for a couple hours. Then put it on you can get like those grates, like the draining racks. Put the strips on the draining rack, heat your oven up to its lowest temperature, pop those bad boys in there for a couple of hours, check them. You can do them to your liking. Some people like them drier, some people don't. Flip them halfway through, and then you've got a much healthier, less processed natural jerky. And you can pound out chicken breasts and do the same thing. Salmon, I'd like to kind of make salmon jerky. I want to make some dried meats because I want to try to make my own pemmican this year at some point. I make the homemade jerky for Frodo and for all of us, and we love it. She could do stuff like that and have the treats she likes and have them be better. These are very, very processed, full of salt. A lot of them are full of sugar. They're just not the best. See, she's not making any real changes. She acts like she is. She's so hopeless.
just peppered. So I am trying to lessen my carbs. I'm not doing like low carb or anything, but if I can get like a burger with no bun or replace fries with a salad, I'll do it.
But it doesn't matter, Amber. I mean, yes, it's a better choice. Because if she's gonna get carbs, she should get them from like low starch veggies and stuff like that, and better methods. But it doesn't matter if you go out to eat once a week and get a burger without a bun and skip the fries. But the rest of the week, you're eating stupid, giant, huge bags of pasta from Trader Joe's, corn chips and protein cereals and all this other junk. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point? Do it. She has to do everything half-assed.
But like sometimes I do want just like a little bit of pasta.
Yeah, like right there. Like she just bought fucking pasta. Amber, you don't need pasta. I'm sorry. People who say, oh, it's good for you, it's fine, it's okay. It's okay for people who are not in Amber's predicament. And she will overeat. A portion of pasta is freaking small. Amber will eat 3 or 4 portions of it. And you can't make me believe otherwise. So she shouldn't have it right now. I mean, sometimes you do just need to suck it up and restrict and stay away from certain things that you don't need right now. When you're in a better spot, you can have them occasionally. She's not there yet.
And I feel safer making pasta at home versus like getting it at a restaurant, because restaurants give you so much food. But here at home,
yeah, and you eat so much food anyways. Then if you're gonna must have, why don't you make zucchini noodles? Something like that. Get some spaghetti squash instead of this actual just pasta. You know what I mean? And she's not going to measure out a proper portion. She's not.
Easily just weigh out a serving and call it a day.
She's not. A serving wouldn't fill up my 12-year-old kid. It wouldn't have filled him up when he was like 9. So she's not going to do it.
I needed some more eggs, so I got some of them. I just get the Eggland's Best, which is literally the best.
No, they're not the best, Amber. That's a factory farmed, mass produced egg. The best eggs you can get are from out in the country. I know you have to live in the city because you're a big fancy shitty girl, but the best eggs are from local farms, backyard chickens like that people have in their yards that are just fed natural stuff, mostly natural or completely natural foods. They graze wildly and get to eat all the meat and bugs and all that kind of crap, get a variety of food, because chickens aren't vegetarians. Bless you, honey. Those are the healthiest eggs. These Eggland's Best are just mass-produced eggs. Like, eat them fine. Yeah, it's better than eating cereal or whatever, but they're not the best eggs, and that just shows you what a dumbass she is.
So I got some sirloin steak strips, which is literally just the strips cut up. You can't really tell.
Yeah, that's good. Eat that instead of your stupid meat sticks, Amber.
I'm just gonna keep it in this bag for the fridge. But these are just so easy to season, make really tasty, and put in the air fryer, like delish. And then I got 3 of one of my favorite Amy's.
See, I'm watching my carbs, and then I keep buying all this processed junk. Just because it's gluten-free, Amber, you're not celiac disease, it doesn't matter. It's just processed, refined crap. And I've had these before, and they're not big. They're not going to fill her up. She's going to eat 2 or 3 at a time. It's vegan or vegetarian. That doesn't make it healthy. It's just a massively refined product with tons of refined carbs, sodium, preservatives, bad fats. It's just shit. But she's one of these dumbasses that all of this advertising is catered to, because if it says vegan or vegetarian or green or healthy or natural, it's super healthy, I can eat it all the time. It's better than some of the frozen meals, but it's still a frozen meal. Amber, you do nothing with your life. Make some food. And again, it's pasta. You don't freaking need it.
Just the chili mac bowl, which I add some tapatio to it, and it's so good. So again, I did get 3 of those.
Of course, because she can't eat one at a time. I bulk them up with stuff. They're small.
Here's the second one. Here's the third one. And then I got some cottage cheese, small curd.
Yeah, I just got some cottage cheese today too. I sleep on that, but I got the lower fat stuff. It's a great snack, good protein, versatile.
Got some of these 4 cheese mini raviolis.
See, more fucking pasta. Amber, why do you need these? A serving is probably only 3 of them. She'll eat 30.
I've never tried this before, but it seems like every ravioli I taste, I enjoy, so I know I'm gonna like it.
Of course you will, Amber.
Got some more shaved Brussels sprouts.
Those are good. Those are a nice thing. Have those.
Enjoy these with chicken sausage. I remember the last time I made it, people were saying how I didn't season it and stuff. Girl, I season everything. I'm a seasoner.
Because you only have 2 taste buds left and they're obliterated.
I got some taco blend shredded cheese, some Colby Jack string cheese. Last but not least,
see, those are better snacks for her. I know people go, oh, cheese, fat. They're not bad. You just have to be mindful of the portions. It's some calcium, some protein. It's better than those freaking meat snacks and processed jerky and cereal. and all that other shit.
I got some chicken sausage in Italian style,
course
and then some Cajun style addoli. Probably pronounced that wrong. So that is everything, and now I'm gonna put it all away. Okay, so I just put away all my cold stuff. And I remembered I needed to clean this out. Can you guys please remind me? Because it's like, I'm having a hard time finding spots. Because you guys know, this is my version of a pantry here. So it's like, I just...
You don't need a big pantry, Amber. You're a single girl living on your own. That's plenty of food in there. And I thought you were so like clean and obsessed with organizing and things being perfect. And you deep clean for stress.
shove things, you know, where they fit,
honestly though, we all like, a lot of people have cupboards that they get like that, or you have the best of intentions and then it goes to shit. But I mean, you know,
like I used to finish all my food so quickly, so it's like I wouldn't have...
You still do, Amber. Don't act like all of a sudden you're this changed girl.
All this like random stuff. Like I literally am obsessed. You guys, these are so good.
Yeah, and you don't need them. See, it's a freaking tortilla chip. It's rolled up, and yes, they're tasty and shit, but you can't control yourself. And right now you are in a desperate state. You need to lose massive amounts of weight, and you have massive problems and hormone issues and inflammation and blah blah blah. You need to not just lose weight, but you need to start eating some healthier shit and actually changing your habits. Right now, what little weight loss might have been happening was because the semaglutide was doing it for you. You're not making changes, and that's part of the problem why a lot of people lose weight on Ozempic and then they get off of it and they gain it back, because the drug does the work. They're not actually taking the time to learn how to make better choices while they're on it. It should be used as a tool, but people like Amber, they don't do that.
But I just have a couple a day. These are from Trader Joe's.
A couple. This woman only has a couple, or a small serving of these tortilla chips. A serving of them is probably like 4 or 5. You really think she only has a couple a day? She's so full of shit. Like I said, the most insulting thing about Amber is how stupid she thinks we are. There's no way. Amber, you're still kind of almost maintaining your weight.
Tortilla chips, the chili and lime, so freaking good, and I still have this many left.
That's why you shouldn't have them in your house. Anything that you're like, oh my god, they're so freaking good, they slap, I love them, they're the best. She shouldn't have food in her house that gives her that response.
And I still have those
not right
popcorn
now.
puffs there. Like, these are thin crackers that I bought like literally over
You don't
a month
need
ago.
crackers, Amber.
It's just, you know, I don't like overindulge like I used to, and it just feels really good to like have tons of little options where I could just like take a bite here and there. I know
you don't do that, Amber. If you did, you would actually be showing actual progress. Like, I know she looks a lot slimmer here, but it's filtered. It's lighting, it's angles. When you see the clips and the Rogue wild shots, she does not look like this. Her shoulders are still much wider. Her face is still a lot bigger and rounder. She's fooling herself trying to fool other people. She isn't this thin. And I wish she were. I wish she was actually doing it. But like I said, when you see those random clips of her, or she's turned to the side and stuff, or there's too much going on in the front of her that messes with the filters, you can see she has not made much progress.
to like a normal person, they're like, yeah, that's like a normal thing. But for me, you know, it never was.
And she's still obsessed with food. She's still obsessed with food. And you can tell in this next clip here, the angle and the lighting is different. And she looks bigger here already than she did. But she's still filtered. When she's unfiltered, she looks huge.
Okay, guys, we do need to talk. This wasn't something that I was going to bring up now because I can't say like the full story around it.
Then don't talk about it, Amber. People are so angry and I'm tired of this bull. I'm going through something. There's something going on, but I can't tell you because she merely does that to string you along to get views that she wouldn't otherwise have received. It's disingenuous and she will string it out for money. It's disingenuous. Don't talk about it if you don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, sit and talk, but otherwise don't freaking mention it.
I know a lot of people hate when I'm like, there's something going on, I'll tell you about it later, which actually a lot of YouTubers do that. But it's like,
no, actually they don't, Amber. I can't really think of another YouTuber I watch that really does that. There's a lot of them don't share certain things and they just don't talk about it, or they just say, oh yeah, it's busy, we have this, I have some stuff going on or whatever, and then they go about their business and don't mention it again, and they talk about the task at hand, but they don't do that. And they certainly don't clickbait it and use it to string people along for disingenuous views like you do.
Like legitimately true. I'm only sharing this now for like continuity reasons, and because I feel like my semaglutide story is something that's like a really big thing in my life right now. So 2 days ago when I took my 5th semaglutide shot, I was supposed to increase my dose. So I was supposed to double the dose that I took for the first 4 weeks, because what happens is your body gets used to these things. Your body gets used to Ozempic, it gets used to the semaglutide, whatever injection you're using. So usually it's week 5, you increase that dose.
And remember last time she was on Ozempic, at one point she was finding excuses. She actually just admitted she wasn't ready to increase the dose, and she refused to increase the dose when her doctor wanted her to. And it's because it was working. It's because it was working, and yeah, your body does adjust to it. She's on the absolute lowest dose. Okay. And I'm sorry, but Amber could be on a grizzly bear's dose of Ozempic. So yeah, it's going to quit working for her pretty quickly. What's happening is when she doubles the dose and goes up to the next step, she knows for another 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, it's really going to kick in, and it's going to make her sick again, and it's going to cut back her appetite, and it's going to take away some of that pleasure from food. And she doesn't want that. That is 100% at least partly why she is not doing it, because she wants to get the pleasure from food and she wants to eat. She tries to eat her way through the effects of the drug. So I don't even know why she's taking it, but she's going to spin all these stories. She's laid a lot of groundwork for why she can quit it already, and that went back to when she first was talking about it. She talks about her gallbladder, she talks about the price, the cost of it, she talked about how she was tired, then she talked about that one time when it gave her like that bruise, blah blah blah. She's laid a lot of groundwork for why she's going to quit it, but what it comes down to is she doesn't want it to work.
But I wasn't allowed to, and
I don't believe that. I don't believe that this freaking woman, who is the size of a grizzly bear, like I mentioned, is huge and needs this drug more than a lot of people on it, why her doctor would say, oh, you're not allowed to increase it, or her med spa person, whatever. Unless there really is something going on that they discovered during this whole kidney stone arc. I don't know, but I think she just refused to increase it.
The reason why is the section that I can't yet say.
Then don't talk about it, Amber. Don't fucking talk about it.
But when I can tell you guys the reason why I wasn't able to increase it, you guys will definitely understand, and I will be telling you guys soon. There's just some T's I gotta cross and some I's I gotta dot, and then
I thought you don't do dots, Amber.
Well, no, and it's actually a really exciting reason, so it's gonna be worth it. But the issue is I'm not gonna be able to increase my dose for 4 more weeks.
Uh-oh, Amber, looks like you're gonna have to prove to us that what you've been saying about how you're changed and you're not turning to food anymore and it doesn't control your life and you're making better choices and eating healthier and not snacking that much. Looks like it's time to prove it.
And that scares me, and I feel emotional about it because I'm sitting here and I've been thinking about food all day long. So the shot that I had
But the art and the Legos and the coloring and you don't turn to food anymore, and it doesn't run your life anymore, and you said, yeah, it's the semaglutide, but it's you too and your willpower. You see what I mean? She always ends up telling on herself.
Saturday, obviously.
The drug is doing all of it.
And I've been thinking about food all day long. So the shot that I had on Saturday, obviously, I'm not really feeling it. And it scares me, but I know that it's going to be worth it.
So then, Amber, you need to be going to therapy. You need to be addressing this stuff, because food noise, food thoughts, obsessions, that is a real thing, and she very much has them. But the thing is if you really want to change, you need to be okay. Well, one, she needs to go to therapy. But 2, this is where you have to just, if you really want it, you have to kind of just suck it up and deal with it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you just need to deal with being hungry. Do things to occupy your mind. Keep yourself busy. Put some actual effort into your work. Take the dog for an actual walk. Do something. Just sit there and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm thinking about food. I want to eat it, but I'm not going to. And just suck it up and deal with being freaking hungry. Because at the end of the day, you truly don't know what hungry really is. People who do actually have hunger issues would be insulted by that. And just deal with it. You can do it. It will pass. And don't keep all this snacky stuff that you crave, that you binge on, that you like. Don't keep it in the house, and don't give in. Or if you must eat some freaking carrot sticks or something, and not with dip. Eat a couple hard-boiled eggs. You know, do what you need to do. But that's part of the problem with these girls. They cannot and will not tolerate any type of discomfort, and hunger is a discomfort, and they will not tell themselves no. They will not deny themselves anything. They need that instant gratification, and she's got to learn to just change that.
But I'm just like afraid of feeling this for 4 more weeks.
Yeah, and this is another example that just proves that what little progress and things were happening, if any, was all the medicine. That it actually wasn't her, because she's not using it in a way to actually make changes.
Like, I don't want to feel this way. Like, I very much have been so grateful for semaglutide. It has taken away food noise, and food noise is very much just like, you know, the constant thinking of food. Like, what am I gonna eat next? Oh my god, I'm hungry. I want something sweet. I want something salty. I want something crunchy. I want something hard. I don't know. Food noise is very much that. It's just like thinking about food all the time. Like, I don't like that. And
well, nobody likes that, Amber, but you have to deal with it. Like, suck it up. Suck it up. That's life. We all have to do things we don't like. And that's also why you need therapy, intense therapy. And you need to be honest with your therapist and just do what they say and admit you don't freaking know everything. And they can help you with this. They can. But you have to want to change. You have to want to be helped.
Semaglutide took that away from me. And now it's like, since I didn't get to increase my dose.
Also here, sorry, I'm stopping a lot. This also shows if she just wants to rely on the drug and doesn't want to do the actual work, she would have to stay on it forever. And eventually her views are going to drop when she pisses more people off, to the point where she can't afford it, especially with the little lavish lifestyle she likes to try to live. Eventually she's going to need to get off of it. The goal for these treatments should be to eventually get off of these drugs. Okay, I know they don't want people to, because it's like a greedy thing, but the goal should be to eventually be able to get off of them, or weed yourself off, or lower the dose. She's just wanting to depend on the medicine doing everything for her. It comes back to the laziness. She doesn't want to change, and she doesn't want to do any work.
I'm over here just like, oh my god, I'm now having to like do this on my own.
Oh, heaven forbid, Amber, but you said how good you were. You know what I mean? You see how like she talked about how good she's doing and how much she's changed. This just proves she hasn't. And there's a lot of people, Amber, that don't have the luxury of being able to afford this medicine, that do it on their own all the time. So deal with it.
Because I'm practically like starting over in a way. And you guys, you will know why soon, so don't worry. But I'm just kind of like expressing my fears right now, because I feel like I know, like, if in a week from now I come on here and I explain to you guys, yeah, this last week was really hard because semaglutide, like, you know, I wasn't able to increase my thing, blah, blah, blah. You guys will be like, why didn't you tell us? Like, are you just lying? So I think it's very important that I be
if you're talking, you're lying, Amber.
Transparent and express to you guys that I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm fearful. I have loved just the feeling of just like not wanting to eat, because my whole life I have turned to food for so many reasons. Sorry,
oh God, here we go.
I am definitely an emotional eater for sure. Like most people are, especially people who are
don't lump people in. A lot of people are emotional eaters, but a lot of people aren't. So don't lump them in with you, Amber.
Bigger. A lot of people turn to food when they're feeling sad, or even when they're happy. A lot of people, like, it's like congratulations or happy birthday, let's go out to eat. Happy anniversary, let's go out to eat. Food is celebrated for so many different reasons.
Food is celebrated, yes, but Amber, first of all, your food is junk. It's not the kind of food that's celebrated. And second of all, a lot of the times food is just a part of the celebration. It's there. Eating and having a food, it's a good way to gather, for people to get together and spend time together. A lot of the time, it is more about celebration, and then there happens to be food. It's more about the people and why you're there. The problem is, in America, yes, we've made everything very much about food and put it up on this pedestal, and that's not how it should be. I know it is that way, and there's nothing wrong with liking food and enjoying food and having these special occasions. But girl, for you, if the day of the week ends in Y, that's you.
I definitely get what I'm saying. So even though I have been thinking about food majority of today, I still have been on track. So right now it's hard to go off of like true intuition. So
you should not go off of intuition. Somebody like Amber cannot intuitively eat. I can't totally intuitively eat. I have to be careful. Her intuition leads her to eat bags and bags of little salami sticks and corn chips and takeout and garbage. She wants what gives her that dopamine hit. She should absolutely not ever eat based on her intuition.
I'm just sort of copying what I have been doing for the last month.
It's not that good. It's not that good. We've only seen you make better choices like twice. Otherwise, you were still ordering macaroni and cheese and getting sugary drinks and getting double sides of mashed potatoes and all this crap from Trader Joe's and pastas and crap. Salami. You haven't been making good choices. So that's really bad if that's what you're doing. What don't these people at this med spa, can't they give you like a diet plan or something like that, or guidance? Amber, you supposedly have all this money. Go pay for, instead of $30 for a cup at Starbucks that you're going to use once, take part of that money and go actually get a nutritionist or a dietitian. Have them write you out a plan. But the problem is no matter what, if they do, she won't listen to what they say. They could write her out an actual meal plan. They could have food delivery and she would still change it and tweak it, because she always has to have the last word. She always knows better. And that's the problem.
That head frame and still eating the same portions and making the same choices as I have been. Like,
the portions are still too big and it's still crap, Amber, a lot. You've made some better choices, but clearly you're not doing that all the time.
My dose would have been absolutely incredible. I would have been feeling on top of the world. But right now I'm kind of just like going through the process right now. And I just have to continue staying strong because I feel so good. I am beginning to notice my weight loss a lot. At first I really...
Where? Because I'm sorry, I'm not. When you see yourself at certain angles and when the filters aren't working, it doesn't look that much different.
Just felt it like in the way that I move, or like me sitting in my mom's car. Like,
no, Amber, we've seen you sitting in your mom's car. You still can barely fit. And we've seen like unedited in the wild footage of you. Your walking is no better. Your gait is no better. It's consistently getting worse, Amber. It's like a true concern. And this delusion is really, really a problem.
It just feels so much better, or like my breathing or the way that I walk. Now I'm noticing
your walking is shit, Amber.
Clothing is fitting me better. I'm also noticing my face is looking smaller. There are just like several things that I am.
It only looks smaller when it's filtered. When it's not filtered, it looks pretty much the same. Like this right now is filtered.
Noticing like my shoulders just seem like a little more in instead of like out. Like there's just like random little things, and I just want to keep my momentum up. So we need to get through this month together.
And that's a problem. No, Amber, you need to do it. You need to suck it up and do it. We can't do this for you. And this is the problem, is she really thinks, I think, to some degree in her mind, that she is like made all this progress and doing super great. And she hasn't. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but she hasn't. She has not done nearly enough. If she was really making changes and it was really doing it, she would have lost at least 35 to 40 pounds in the month or so she's been, 5 weeks she's been on Ozempic. She doesn't look like she's lost 20 to me. And I also think her starting weight was higher than she's let on. One, because she's embarrassed, and two, because she's trying to convince a girl that she actually wants to change, because nobody wants. One of the reasons Jade left her was because she's got mobility issues and they can't go and do anything. So she's trying to make herself more appealing for her next victim.
I honestly cannot wait to tell you guys what is in store. It's gonna help me a lot. Okay guys, so it has been
What are they gonna do? Wire your jaw shut? She just drank milkshakes, but I'm just being a shit.
a couple hours since I filmed that last clip. And I just want to say I'm feeling better. I think I just needed to like get that off my chest. But like I said at the end of that last clip, like it's all gonna be worth it. I'm okay. I'm just maybe just being a little dramatic.
Amber, this vocal fry, dude, it's gotta go.
But you guys know that about me. I'm pretty dramatic,
Yeah.
but I'm good, okay? But this also reminded me that I need to give you an update because if you guys remember this from a few vlogs ago, right now I'm in a lot of...
Stop using old clips to pad out your videos. And this was a perfect example of where she looked bigger than like clearly she looks much bigger here than she did earlier in this video where I was ranting about that. I remember this clip and you can see different parts when she turns her head. Her ear is blurry and it's because there is still a filter in this clip, but because of the angle and the lighting and the filter is struggling because she keeps turning towards the side to look at her mom, it's not working as much. You can see she is in fact much bigger than she looked in those clips when she was standing in her kitchen talking and doing the food haul.
Pain. I think my kidney stone is moving.
Like look, yeah, like if you look when she turns to the side,
Like, 'cause my pelvis...
first of all, her ear is a little blurry in clips, but you can see just how full her face still is.
hurts and I have blood in my urine again. I want to let you guys know that it was only that day that I was experiencing pain and a little bit of blood in
Then you might have actually passed it, Amber.
my urine.
It's not gonna
and
hang
I
out there
haven't had it
forever,
since, but I'm telling you, the pain was so bad.
And honestly, people say like they do surgery for that. I think they would be hesitant on her because of her size. But I know there's also like those like the waves things where they can like use like, is it sound waves or something to like break them up? I don't know that that would work for her because, again, I know people would say, oh, it's fat phobic to not give people treatment. I don't know that the whatever kind of like frequencies they use to break those up, I don't know if they would work for her because these type of things have trouble penetrating all that fat. And in Amber's abdominal area, there's parts of it where probably she has like at least a foot of fat, a layer of fat that is at least a foot deep, and I don't know that it could actually penetrate it.
And I heard that if you do like a lot of walking, a lot of moving, it can actually help a kidney stone pass. So I'm thinking just because like I've been super active lately.
No, you haven't, Amber. You waddle around the grocery store occasionally. You yell when your mom parks back too far in the parking lot. You aren't super active. You're the fact that she considers this super active, again, it shows the problem.
I think I was making my kidney stone move, and that's honestly the only thing I can think of because your girl was hurting and my urine did not look good. But I mean, I have a 6mm kidney stone, so I'm going to be experiencing a little bit of symptoms. I was going to update you guys in yesterday's vlog, but I totally forgot. So that's why I'm doing it now.
No, you totally needed to stretch it out to put it in this one.
Memory, Amberlynn. My memory is like so bad. Like, random fact about me, I have like the worst memory ever. Okay guys, so it is the end of the night. Today's vlog was definitely pretty low-key, laid-back vlog.
Okay, well, that's that. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. It really is amazing what filters do and what they can do these days as far as changing people's appearance. But they have their limitations. But you can see Amber and Foodie are both good examples of just how much they can allow these girls to catfish. Anyways, leave a comment down below if you want to help with the algorithm and you don't have a comment. Leave a let's leave a random emoji in the comment section. Let me ask the kiddo, Ezio, what kind of emoji can they leave?
A smiley face.
Leave a
Dog face.
Leave a dog or a doggy face emoji in the comments. Per the child. And I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next one and have a good one.